over the last few weeks and months, we've been doing side-by-side testings of all the major eFoils to help you find out which eFoil is best for you. If you like what we're doing and want to see more of this, click the like and subscribe button so you can follow us and see even more videos. Now, let's jump in and find that eFoil that's best suited for you. We've named this SiFly Rider our best budget or best for the price eFoil. The SiFly Rider Eco is this middle of the pack board that offers riders one of the most user-friendly eFoiling experience across the whole industry and at the lowest price on the market. It has this soft EPB board, which means fewer bumps and bruises for you, but it also means fewer bumps and scratches for the board because this EPP board is much more forgiving than a lot of the other carbon fiber or fiberglass options that are on the market. I really love that the deck pad covers the whole board, which means you have plenty of room to step around on without feeling that you're going to fall or anything slipping off the deck pad. The Rider comes as a 100 liter board, and then there's the Rider Plus that's 130 liters. The battery is easy to connect to the board. You open up the hatch, attach the cables close up, and then it connects to your phone and to the remote. It's quite simple. There was a few bugs on the first model we tried, but they've really been upping their software updates of these boards, which is amazing. Ride time, you get 120 minutes out max. That's around 18 miles, 30 kilometers of ride time. It charges up in around 2.5 hours. So you get plenty of playtime and quick charging. The controller, easy charged with a remote charger, which is really nice. And the controller itself has a lot of really cool features. It is, I think, most likely the least sleek and least sexy looking hand controller on the market, but it is the most user-friendly on the market. They've done a lot in terms of keeping it easy for newcomers to get into riding a SiFly. A lot of features like being flat so you can push off with the controller, large display, easy to adjust speed settings, and so on. The controller also has a smart fault detection system, which means that the engine will shut off thanks to the built-in gyroscope and accelerometer, which really just helps you in the beginning and all the way through not to hit a moving propeller if you fall in. Performance-wise, riding the Rider, that's really great. You get a lot of performance out of a budget board still. SiFly has a whole background in foiling, in the wing foiling industry, and you can really feel that they're taking this in, trying to combine user-friendliness or easy for a beginner still with riding fun on big boards. Next up, we have the AUDI e-tron eFoil by Aerofoil. This is our top-of-the-line, best-engineered board. And yes, you heard that right. In that awkwardly long name is the word AUDI, or the name AUDI, because this board has been designed and developed alongside Audi, the car maker, with former Audi engineers being part of the ownership of Aerofoil. And you can really feel that when you're riding the Aerofoil, because it feels like you are flying in an Audi on water, which is what the most amazing thing you could be doing, unless it was Ferrari making eFoils. It's not, it's Audi. In this series of boards, they have the 103 liter adventure board, and then they have an 83 liter performance boards. And although these boards are different in volume and size, they are the same in design. So you have the adventure that's more for cruising, and then you have the performance that's more for freestyle experience and yeah, just riding more aggressively. So the riding experience can be customized by interchangeable wings. So wings will fit all of the different models from Aerofoils. And it really helps a lot in terms of having wider wings that's more for this slowly cruising surfing experience to a more fast-paced auxiliary riding experience. The AUDI e-tron eFoil simply feels like this premium product. It's carbon fiber features. It's aerodynamic jet, high resolution hand control that's so good. Like any small adjustments on the speed trigger, you can feel that on the board. Compared to a lot of the other boards we've been testing, this is by far the most well-performing controller on the market. A lot of wing designs, and then just this whole perfectly feeling of a perfectly crafted board, and it really has, I think, details as the key word in the AUDI Aerofoil. From the moment you unpack this to assembling it to writing it, it's just all the small nitty-bitty details are just perfect. Toolbox, nicely. The whole packaging of it, everything has a space for it or a place there, and all is just perfect fitting of it. When you assemble it, you don't feel like you're breaking anything. You don't end up wondering where does this screw go. Everything just works for it. You can also say the devil is in the details, and in terms of the price tag, that is pretty simple. The Aerofoil is the highest, most expensive boards on this guide. But if you do have the budget for it, I do recommend go out and buy the AUDI e-tron eFoil by Aerofoils right now, because no matter where you go, no matter how you will be riding, you will be enjoying this ride. I promise you that. Next up is the Fliteboard Pro. This is part of the Fliteboard Series 3, which includes 5 different models. Some of them will come into later on as well. The Pro being the mid of the range at 67 liters capacity, 67 liters volume, giving you a load capacity of 220 pounds, 100 kilos. From the moment you unpack this board, it's like love at first sight. You unpack this beautifully crafted board, you get a sense of quality, as we talked about just before with the AUDI Aerofoil. It's the same with the Fliteboard. Details are a bit in terms of the whole packaging. Fliteboard decided to go with smaller packages that just fits the flight and toolbox, separate packages for wings and chargers, so it's easier to pack. But also, of course, easier to forget like one package when you're packing it up. The whole process of buying the Fliteboard, there's so many different options in this game. So we're talking about 12 different wing sets, 3 different battery types. There's 3 different propulsion systems, and then there's up to 13 colors to choose from, different materials from carbon fiber to glass fiber to a combo of these two. So there's really a lot of options for you to customize this board. The Fliteboard Pro comes with 3 different propulsion systems. So we have the standard prop and prop guard. Then we have the flight jet, jet engine like we know from the Aerofoils. And then we have the True Glide prop, which keeps spinning. So in case you're letting go of the throttle and in a wave, you can actually, it will just freely spin. Fliteboard also has the patented interchangeable propulsion system, which allows you to really quick change from the flight jet to the prop and prop guard. It doesn't work with the free spinning. So you can, if you have both propulsion options and both can be fitted in the box as well, you can really quickly change from jet to prop. Really good controls. You have a nice feeling of the board. The size of the board, 67 liters, is not that big. I'm a big rider still. I was able to get up straight away. I am experienced, but a lot of people can get up also because there's a wide range of wings that can help you with stability as you get up. As soon as you're up, you have a feeling of a board that just reacts to the controller. The controller, while we added, is on the smaller side compared to all the other ones on the market. For my big hands, I do felt like it was a bit too small in terms of gripping it. I did not wear gloves because it was summertime while we were testing, but riding in the winter, I do feel I would lose the grip completely. It's developed down in Australia. They don't have the same winters that we do up here. So, but I think that's the only negative thing I have to say about the Fliteboard experience as a whole, because the board and the riding experience, the whole setup of it is amazing. As the best beginner eFoil, we have the SiFly E. This is a board that stands out as just being super beginner friendly. It has a size of 170 liters, so it's one of the biggest, only exceeded by the inflatable boards, but this is a hard board. 170 liters is massive, more than double of some of the other boards in this video and on the market. This really can get any rider up and going. Most people will actually be able to stand still on an eFoil without the engine running. That's usually impossible on all other eFoils. But here you can actually gain balance, and then you can start going at it in speed. So there's a super good things for beginners. And then SiFly has created a stabilizer wing, the Easy Go kind of training wheels that works as a third stabilizer wing that will push you down again once you start breaching water. People, while e-foiling has this issue, you go up too much, then you breach the water, and then you fall in. Or while riding, you focus too much on not breaking the water that you don't concentrate on learning. This Easy Go stabilizer wing will keep you in the water, pushing you down as soon as you breach the water or before the engine breaches the water. This is a fantastic thing for new people trying it out, and it really takes the learning curve from a large board being fast to just being super fast. Controller is the same, really user friendly. A lot of the safety features are the same. So falling off the board, it has detection. So if you fall off, to shut off the engine, so you don't risk hitting a running propeller. And there's just thought in that this is beginner friendly. So not just the size, but the whole build of SiFly and all their boards, but especially the SiFly E. Next up, we have the Awake Vinga Tree eFoil. Now, Awake is known for their electric surfboards, which is where they are really accelerating. This year, we've been testing electric surfboards as well, and we put Awake up as #1 because they have enormous power, enormous, really playful, massive jet underneath their electric surfboard. Now, they took a lot of this technology and added it into the Awake Vinga Tree, which is really exciting when we see companies moving from electric surfboards. We've been dominating that niche for a lot of years, or been in that niche for a lot of years, now moving into the e-foiling. This board comes with this unique click-to-ride system, and this snaps together the eFoil so quickly without any cables or anything. You just click in the eFoil mast to the board, and then you click in the battery, and then you're off to go. Performance-wise, they've done a lot as well. Have a two-hole design underneath that helps you get up from the water, so it helps decrease drag underneath the foil. So getting up, you don't need as much speed. They're also taking a lot of the safety features that they known from the electric surfboard niche, one being a leash with a magnet on, so a kill switch, as you know from a lot of other jet skis and so on. So if you pull this magnet off, or if you fall off, this one will be pulled off, shutting off the engine instantly, making sure there's no prop that can hit you or no accidents that can happen this way around. They also have, of course, this closed jet, which means you can't really hurt yourself on this. And then they have fins that are bent away from you, so you don't risk falling on these and hurting yourself. I've done that plenty of times, falling off, and then you have this fin popping up, and well, it can give some really nice bruises, let's say like that. So Awake is only creating jets, so there's no props or anything. So this is similar to what we know from Aerofoils. Performance-wise, it's not, I don't know if we can compare it to the Aerofoil, but it has really good performance. When you're riding on it, you can really feel that this is a company with a lot of experience in creating boards, and you can really get this one performing so well. It's a super fun board to be riding on. Battery-wise, they have 2 battery options, and batteries also work with the electric surfboards Awake Ravic. So you can change batteries or use them for both boards if you happen to have them. That's a really cool plus if you ever want to go into the electric surfboard guide, or electric surfboard world. I'll link up the guide to our electric surfboards if you want to check those out as well. There's just a handful of companies out there making inflatable eFoils. Fliteboard Air is of course on top of the list when we're talking about inflatable eFoils. So of course we had it in this guide. So Fliteboard Air, or the inflatable eFoils, is really a different concept compared to your standard eFoil. It consists of a carbon fiber, glass fiber casing, small box, and then you have an inflatable PVC bladder that you put around it. This is the similar materials as as the paddle boards that you're seeing all the way around. So you have a core and then the inflatable bladder. So there's some hard boards mixed with some inflatable. What's good and what's bad about this? So the good things is it's really packable. You get a really nice large board that is very difficult to injure in any ways, because this soft material from the paddleboard is really forgiving if you bump into anything or if anything bumps into your board. So the Fliteboard Air is super easy to use anywhere where you're afraid of scratching your board on anything. It's easy to pack into a car and bring, and it's still fun to ride. So it's 165 liters board once fully inflated. This is a massive board. It's almost as big as the SiFly E we just talked about, and it's almost as beginner friendly. Airboards is not as beginner friendly as you'll see with a glass fiber board as the SiFly E, because it has a bit more drag underneath, which means when getting up you do require a bit more speed, and in the beginning, as soon as you then get up with a lot of speed, keeping balance is a bit harder. But there's still a lot of pros on using an airboard compared to the packability and the size you're getting from the same board. And then this board is so durable in all conditions. Once you're done, you deflate the board, you pack it up nice and small, and it's super easy to travel with this size of a board because you can pack it up. For Fliteboard, the Air does not have the same options as the Pro does that we covered earlier. So here you can only do the jet or the prop and guard. There's no reason to ever have a True Glide True Glide prop on this one anyway. And there's a bit less battery options when you're buying this package. That said, it's still a Fliteboard, so it's still a premium product that you're getting here. Next up, we have the Lift 4. That really represents all the latest efoiling technology that Lift has been developing, and then they put that into their newest model coming out, the Lift 4. It's a carbon board with carbon mast using Lift's light battery. Well, they have two battery options to choose from, but with the Lift's light battery, making this one of the most lightweight boards on the market if you're going for the smaller options of the eFoil. So Lift 4 comes in 3 different sizes, but the smallest one is competing in weight and sizes with the Fliteboard Ultra, a board that we haven't covered here, but here you really get this option of lightweight, small riding options or larger boards, all interchangeable with mast sizes. Lift 4 also has 2 different options, 28 inches or 32 inches, giving you a versatile riding experience if you want to be able to carve more sharply, or if you want more stable setup. And then Lift 4 is the brand and eFoil with the most options in terms of wings and stabilizers. So you really get all the options you want with the Lift 4 technology and board, just all in one go. Setting up the Lift 4 is a bit more difficult than a lot of the other boards, but once you're up and running, you do get premium board, premium riding quality, the most silent riding experience as well of them all. Lift 4 comes with 3 different propulsion systems as well, similar to what we know from Fliteboard. We have propeller with guard, and then we have a jet option, and then there's a folding prop option for waves and so on. So there's really a lot of options going on here, and you do get an awesome riding experience out of the Lift 4. Coming in as that perfect all-rounder board, we have the Fliteboard 100 liter. So this is the largest of the Fliteboards in the Series 3. So a lot of the features we saw on the Fliteboard Pro are the same. Here we just have a larger base for the board, or a larger board itself, giving you a more stable riding experience, still with a lot of options of customizing this board. You just have a larger, and for a lot of new riders or heavier riders, an easier beginning to this as well. So for the 100 liter, they don't come with the True Glide option, but it does come with both jets, interchangeable with prop and guard. So there's a lot of things, and then we have a lot of different color options similar to what we saw with the Pro. and different materials you can go for as well. So the 100-liter board from Fliteboard is this perfect all-rounder board that will get you up and riding fast and still have fun. Now we're going to look at Lift again, because Lift doesn't have the newest board. They also have one of the older versions in an upgraded look. So the Lift 3F is their more budget-friendly, less performance option that are coming out of Lift. And it has a lot of really cool features that we know from Lift 4, as we just talked about. So Lift 3F is much more budget-friendly, coming down to a really good premium board with same lovely riding experience, just not that full cabin experience that we know from the Lift 4. Lift 3F will get you on the water in style and with same premium technology as we know from Lift, from the company who's been in this game for so many years. So here you get a lot of value for your money, you get a lot of quality boards, and you get a lot of great ride time. There's two different board sizes available. So we have the 70 liters and then an 88 liter that's more beginner friendly. So the 3F both has the budget friendliness, but also the friendliness and sizes doesn't come down to as small a board as we see with Lift 4. Lastly, we have the Waydoo Fly 1. Really well placed between like performance and price. This board is super affordable yet super fun to ride. And so there's two boards of this. There's an EPP board and then there's a carbon fiber board. We're going to focus on the EPP because that's the only one we've been testing, but there's also a carbon fiber board option. I think it's priced $1,000 more expensive than the EPP board. So the EPP is 110 liters in volume, giving you a nice wide platform and easy to get up board with nice wide wings. You get an easy board to ride up on. So priced at the lowest end, only beaten actually by the SiFly Rider. So Waydoo is really at this price point where almost everybody can be in it. So if you are a beginner and you are looking for a good board that can still take a beating and can still be thrown around, the Waydoo is really good for you. Setting it up is super easy. There's no wires. You attach the mast and the wings with screws, and then you just attach the battery down in that. That's a really cool option. There's no way of you to screw this up. And setting it up is super easy as well. Connecting the controller is good. Quite easily, if you have problems, an easy restart is done fast. There's no buttons on it, but you do actually turn this one on with a magnet switch, as we haven't seen in any other eFoil. It's only connecting the battery, but here the battery's in and then you turn it on with a small magnet switch. I always bring mine out with the remote. I just have the small magnet attached to that so I can restart the eFoil. The remote itself is quite easy to use. It shows the speeds and then you can go up and down in the gears. There's plenty of wing options now, stable wings, and they are creating more aggressive or more performance styled wings. Waydoo's also come out with a jet option, so you can opt in for changing to the jet, or they have a folding prop as well. So 3 different propulsion systems to choose from. So coming in as this budget, but again, beginner-friendly board, it's a good way of ending this video by showing you 10 of the best eFoils on this market at the moment.